to At My Table. And I'm from West. I probably know most of you, but I'm excited to take you on a cooking adventure today. Pizza. As you all know, you can make pizza with basically anything that you like. Today I was really craving some barbecue sauce, so I decided to make a barbecue chicken pizza that my aunt actually taught me how to make. So I'm starting with some chicken that I cooked and then coated in barbecue sauce. You can use like pre-made chicken. You could cook up some chicken yourself or have your staff or guardians cook it up for you. And yeah, I just kind of shredded it a little bit. It makes it easier to put on the pizza. Then I have some red onion and then some cilantro and then some Italian style cheese. Basically, you could use any cheese that you like on it. I normally don't use like shredded cheese, but this is what I have today. And then sometimes I make my own pizza dough, but it's getting late. I'm kind of hungry. So I'm using these 3 mini pizza crusts from Aldi that I found. And they are super convenient for when you just kind of want a quick dinner. So the instructions are right on the back. We're gonna preheat the oven to 450. Put some oil on our crust and then put our toppings on and then bake for 7.5 to 10 minutes. So let's get to it. So we're going to go ahead and set the oven to preheat to 450. So I have a bit of a tricky oven. It is a gas oven, and so I have to push it in like this to get it to light, because rather than having an electric thing that keeps it warm, kind of like a microwave, it actually heats up with gas constructed a fire. So there you can hear the fire get started and the gas go on. So set it to 450, and I'm gonna leave this for probably like 5 minutes to heat up. I don't have any kind of like dinger that tells me when it's all heated, so if you do, awesome. Okay, so right now you're about to see me get a little fancy. You know how they asked for oil? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and use some olive oil that I have. You can use really any kind of oil. Maybe just be light on it to save from the extra oiliness and extra calories. And then I'm gonna put some garlic on it. This you gotta be careful because too much and it'll be rough. But I like just a little bit, add something special to the pizza. My olive oil and my garlic on, and then I'm gonna spread it around with this brush that I have. You can use a spoon or a knife, whatever, to do this. I just am using this because it's what I have. So I'm getting it all over the place. I like it really sauced up. Okay, even you see I'm getting it all over. Delicious. Oh, it's like I'm getting it ready to go in the sun for a suntan. I wish I was in the sun. And I'm gonna put some barbecue sauce on it. I love this barbecue sauce. So does my good friend Andrew. So shout out to Andrew. I hope that you're making this pizza. There we go. And then I'm gonna spread the sauce just like I spread the oil and garlic. Okay, so the sauce is all spreaded. Delicious. So I cut up some onion, some red onion, using safe cutting habits. Definitely, if you don't know how to use a knife, have your guardian or your staff help you with this. They can cut up the onion or the other toppings while you pull the leaves off the cilantro, which is what I did. You just want to make sure you don't get any stems in there. So I'm gonna take some barbecue chicken and scoop it onto my pizza, put on my onions, and than cheese. And you don't have to use too much chicken. See, I barely used any at all of my container because a lot goes a long way, and I want to be able to get a nice good crunch on this, so I don't want it to be too soggy, which is what happens when you put too many toppings on. I know that it's difficult to control yourself when it looks this good, but believe me, it'll make it better in the end. Now I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on. I'm not going to reach my hands in the bag because I don't want to spread germs. But this is I do have washed hands though. But I'm going to kind of spread it out evenly. You want to get your whole pizza covered to get that nice like pizza shop style finish, or just however much cheese you like. If you don't like a lot of cheese, don't put a lot of cheese. If you're allergic to cheese, don't put any cheese. So then I'm going to finish with some cilantro. This is kind of optional. Cilantro is a plant that some people like and some people don't like. To some people it tastes like soap, and so I feel very bad if that is you. But I really like cilantro, so I decided to put it on my pizza. Another option that you could put on your pizza in terms of fresh herbs is basil or oregano. Okay, this bad boy looks like it is ready for the oven. I went ahead and put it on this non-stick pizza pan that I have. So other pizza pans might have holes in them. You could put this directly on the rack in your stove, but that's kind of risky for me. I like to keep it on a pan. I have this one that's non-stick, but if you have one that's older or things stick to, you'll want to put some oil down or some flour, some cornmeal. And if you don't really know how to identify non-stick versus stick pans, just go ahead and ask your guardian or your staff. I'm sure they can help figure it out with you. Okay, I put her in. I'm gonna go ahead and close this and then set a timer for 12 minutes because I like it a little on the crispier side. See you soon, pizza. I even once had this pizza that had mashed potatoes as the sauce on it, and then it had like cheese and onion and bacon bits, kind of like you would get on like a pizza, a potato skin. So you could even do that if you're feeling crazy. There are tons of recipes for pizzas on the internet, but really your imagination has the best recipes. Just take it and make it your own. And definitely, when it's all done, send me a picture of it because I want to see all of your awesome creations. I will put my email address on this right here, hopefully that it works when I go to insert it. If I'm just being silly right now and nothing's popping up, I'll put my email at the end. Okay, and then while my pizza is cooking, I like to take this time to clean up because I know when my pizza gets out of the oven, all I'm gonna wanna do is eat it. So I wanna clean up my mess now so that I don't have a mess to clean up later, because that's always the worst. Okay everyone, so, oh, I got some sauce on there. So, my timer has ended. Let's take a look at my pizza. Ooh, it is looking perfect. I like my pizza to be a little done on the top, so a little bit brown. If you are cooking from dough, you want to make sure that around the edges are nice and golden brown so that you know that it's cooked all the way through. And you also want to make sure that the cheese on top is completely. Safety tip. You want to make sure that you have either a pot holder or a glove, or I've got this little silicone clippy thing when you're getting things out of the oven. And if you are not comfortable or safe using an oven, definitely have your staff or guardian help you out with that. Ooh, doesn't that look delicious? Turn off the oven. Okay, and this is my secret tip. This is how I like to make my pizzas really pop, is I like to sprinkle some salt over them at the end. Don't tell, It's not super healthy, but if you just use a little bit. Okay, so you'll want to, I've got a pizza cutter, you can use a knife, even some people I've seen use scissors. So definitely get help with that if you don't normally use a knife or you need supervision using a knife. Bon appetit! Make sure to send me pictures of your pizzas.